Well. If you found this video, then you're here to hear some hot takes. Alright? Alright, welcome back. It is Mr. Extra from Team Extra, sponsored by Mannequins, the cat. And we're here to talk about some hot takes, guys. Hot takes for this format. What we think is going to be good next, and what we think is not going to be good next. Alright, let's start off. We're going to start off with something interesting, right? We're going to start with something interesting. Super Heavy Samurai. So, for Cyberstorm Access, right, there has been some rumblings of Super Heavy Samurai FTK. Do I think it's going to be good? Do I think it's going to be bad? What's the hot take? What's the sauce, right? I think it's going to be mid. You want to know why? Super Heavy Samurai has their FTK, but it requires you to do pretty much absolutely nothing during their turn. They get eaten alive by hand traps. Okay? You draw them, turn pass. You nib them, maybe. Because they have 2 FTKs right now that I'm aware of anyways. First one is the Soulbreaker FTK, where they just keep slut-shaming and abusing Soulbreaker, Super Heavy Samurai Soulbreaker, which does burn damage with the difference in defense, right? But that's a whole turn that they have to assume you're not going to respond to it. And we are in a hand trap format. The other one is Cyberstein FTK, which is where you search for the power cell. You make him a psychic. You equip him with the power cell. And then you drop out 3 bombardment phoenixes. This is just, again, assume you do not have any hand trap. So, for the FTK to work, they have to play through a bunch of hand traps. I personally think it's going to be mid. Next, we're going to talk about Sprite. And this isn't even the fact that I play Sprite. This is basing it off of statistics, so to speak. Sprite's still going to be pretty good. Do I think they're going to hit on the ban list a little bit? Yes, I do. But the problem about that is, how do I want to say this? If Sprite doesn't get hit at all, it's going to be tier 1. No question about it. Might even be the best deck. Maybe. So, that being said, I can't really make too much of a hot take on Sprite aside from the ban list is going to just miss it entirely. Could be wrong. Might limit blue or something. Or they do a little slap on it. I don't know. But, Kashtira. We'll talk about Kashtira next. Kashtira is going to get crippled so hard. This is, again, hot take. It's a hot take video. You came to watch some hot takes. Cash is going to get dropped the road. It's going to become the new Copium deck. Just like they did tier. They're going to slap it because it became tier 0. Kashtira damn near became tier 0 as well. They're just going to slap it, and it's going to go from there. Going to slap it down, ban Mind Hacker, put Unicorn Fenrir to 1. Let's go to the next thing. Next thing I want to talk about is Exo Sisters. Exo Sisters got 2 new spirit monsters. That's going to make them really, really good. Again, you would think that there's no graveyard movement because, like, Cash, but Bystial is coming back this format because of the Chaos, the new Chaos monsters, and that Dragon's got a bunch of support as well. So personally, I think Exo Sisters is going to move back up to tier 1 due to graveyard movement. Again. Next is Dragon Link. Dragon Link is going to be amazing. I mean, Apple Dragon's really good. Hot take wise, it's going to be a lot better than I think. Well, than most people think. And they're just going to play D-Link Turbo, potentially. Or they're going to try Bystial Synchro, which I feel like is going to be mid. And this is just my own assumptions at the end of the day from what I've seen so far. Now, let's go to the next thing. The Illusionist archetype. So I've been looking a little bit into that Illusionist archetype that they are making, right? And I think that's going to be mid as well. Yeah, it's going to spit out Guardian Chimera. Yeah, it's just basically different spellcasters. Personally, I think it's dumb. Like, yes, Illusionist archetype. Give it a bunch of stuff it could do, right? But at the end of the day, it's just another spellcaster archetype. Konami, we don't need another spellcaster archetype. We need something different. Give us something new. Quit giving us a regurgitated shit. Illusionist, yeah, okay. You could have just made them spellcasters. That would have worked too. Whatever, then. It's obvious that you're running out of ideas. It is what it is, but, you know, creativity is kind of lacking, in my opinion. Let's go to the next thing. We're going to talk about Labyrinth. I think Lab's just going to get worse. I'm not even playing Lab right now. There's a reason for that. I just think it's going to get worse. There's not enough trap cards to make it super good. And we're in a meta to where, like, we're rolling into a format because we're backing away from fusions and going into synchros. It's like me trying to sit here and talk about how Despia is, like, switching up. I'm not even going to touch base on Despia. We have a pretty good amount of information that it's going to be amazing. But I feel like it also is going to take a really good pilot to pilot the new lines for Despia, so to speak. Next archetype I want to cover real fast or get a little hot take on. Sword Soul. Swole Soul has always been good. Requires a good Swole Soul player. But with Apple Dragon, going to be pretty good. I think it's going to do amazing, personally. I think it's going to be Tier 1, Tier 1.5. I don't know. I don't have dinos on my list, but I'll talk about dinos too. Dinos are still going to be meh until they get their new support. My hot take is, even with the new support, they're still going to be kind of shitty. It is what it is. You can say what you want. Next, let's go over this Chaos archetype. Alright, Bestial Synchro. Chaos Angel. Amazing. In its own right. Slapping in another deck that does a little bit of light and darks? No. I think it's going to suck. I think it's going to be an overhyped card that's not going to see a whole lot of play. It's just my guess, though. I have two more things to cover for you guys, and then if there's anything else that you guys think I should cover, leave it down in the comments. Or if you just want to say hi to Manny, or Representative Cat, that works too. That works too. Next, we're going to talk about Trap Tricks. Structure deck obviously gave it more representation because it made it free. But I mean, first deck to have evenly matched in it. Out of structure, right? But it's not seeing a lot of play. It's not doing that good. And even moving forward into the next archetype. Well, not next archetype, but next set that drops in like a week. Cyberstorm Access. It's probably still going to suck. Might as well play something else. It's good for budget, for casual, or if you just need some staples and you're coming back to the game. But realistically, it's not that great. Now, we're going to elaborate last thing. This is the hottest take on my list. Hottest take on the list. Pearly. Pearly's really good in the OCG right now, but everyone over here thinks it's going to be the same. You want to know why I don't think so? OCG and TCG has different ban lists. A lot more stuff's restricted over there than over here that can fight Pearly. I think Pearly's going to be mid as fuck. Pearly's not going to be that good in my opinion. It's just basically Diet Zodiac. Or however you want to say it, right? It's my biggest hot take I have. I think Pearly ultimately loses to Kaiju, Dark Ruler, any generic shit. It's like, yes, you can make a 5 material Nora. You can do all this. Hell, you can make a 20 material Nora. I'm still probably going to throw a Kaiju on it. And I already know what all these Pearly players are saying. Well, I get the +5. Alright, cool. Draw your 5 cards because you have memory as material. But guess what? Those 5 cards you drew don't matter if you're dead that turn. What if I draw you? What if I draw you during my turn and then drop a Kaiju on you? You ain't drawing shit. I mean, worst case scenario, you can do all your draws in the draw phase. But I guarantee you're not drawing anything that's going to stop me from Kaiju your monster and then Ghost Ogre your field spell that's going to try to recur your monster. Unless, of course, you draw the 1-up called by. I think at the end of the day, Pearly's going to be the biggest cope deck on this fucking list. You can take that to the bank, whatever you want. Or, you can take it to the Mannies. However you want to feel it. I think that Pearly's going to be cope. I think Manny has a better chance than Pearly does. But, this is all I got for you guys. A little hot take video. There's going to be more to come, trust me. As we get more elaborate, so to speak. That's all I got for you guys. Better keep watching. Come see us at Columbus. Come see us Saturday.